Okay, so you scaled up to 10 concepts in California.
Yeah.
One, I can't even imagine how difficult that is because California is unbelievably expensive.
It sure is. Yeah. You tell me. Yeah.
So, what was that process like going from one shop to 10?
Sure. It was a learning experience. It was extremely valuable. I was going from being a chef in fine dining restaurants, basically for the last 5 years before that, just working at some of the top restaurants and being one of those chefs that cook for reviews and stuff
Yeah.
in San Francisco, which is great. I loved it. I had a really good time. I learned a lot about the food side, but this really heightened my business side, and I learned so much. So imagine having the spirit and the base of this company in Silicon Valley. So that's where our investors were
Wow.
from, right? So so we had a lot of investors. Um, I sat in on a lot of board meetings. I presented at board meetings. I helped raise capital. I did everything you would ever imagine to scale a company, and that's on the business side. On the operations side was also very, very, very important to learn as well, because it was like quality and consistency at 10 units, training at 10 units,
Right.
making sure that if you rolled out a new special, it would work at all 10. Like, how do you roll out a special for 10 restaurants instead of one and do it with, ease, and making sure that it's easy on all the employees and the team there. Working on the supply chain, which was my big focus the last couple of years.
To make sure that you're maintaining that consistency.
Exactly. So on the founder side, I learned really so much about the business ins and outs. On the operations side, I learned more than I ever would have liked to know, but you need to know as a chef. On the supply chain side, and how to deal with that, and how to source, and how to find the right partnerships with purveyors and things like that, and how to work them on the back end so you can get your product in cheaper and not have to charge your customers more.
Right.
It's a whole equation. So that was really, really important to learn all that. And then also, I think building and creating this brand and evolving it throughout the years from the marketing perspective was really, really eye-opening for me. And I learned so much. So like those three areas, like marketing, positioning, how you position a brand, to the business side of like how companies are formulated, raising capital with the big dogs, like in Silicon Valley, like some of the meetings I sat in on, wow, you know what I mean? I still look back and go, I can't believe that, to then the operations side. So I think long story short is that I learned so much from doing that. And it was hard. It was really hard, but it was also really rewarding when things went well. I mean, we were more in that realm of getting a lot of like national awards of like, fastcasual.com and, some of the more industry magazines and publications.
That's cool.
Got to travel to tons of, things across the country and spoke on some panels in front of people. I'm sitting next to someone from Chipotle who's presenting and other cool stuff. So it was a lot of fun. It was really hard. Learned a lot, but it was extremely rewarding, and I'm glad we got to go through that whole kind of process.